Other news, Anambra 2021, Inec speaks on what Ipob new order may achieve. The news details. Following a week-long sit-at-home order declared by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, ahead of the November 6 Anambra State governorship election, the state's resident electoral commissioner of Inec, Dr. Oji, has said the group fresh order may threaten its preparations for the poll. Oji also said attacks on Inec facilities in the state on May 23 were a source of worry to the commission, especially as it strives to achieve huge success in the poll. He also disclosed that the commission had so far recruited and mobilized about 25,000 ad hoc staff that would man the 5,720 polling units in the state. He spoke shortly after the opening ceremony of the Election Monitoring and Support Center (EMSC) Amber Zone Implementers Workshop held in the state. Our preparations are on course, even with all the challenges we are facing, such as the attacks on our state office on May 23rd and the sit-at-home order, which is eating into our preparations. But we are doing our best to ensure that we overcome those challenges, and we can only urge the public to be law-abiding in order to achieve the desired electoral success in the state, he said. Oji noted that the commission was already recruiting ad hoc staff online and at the same time interacting with stakeholders. He expressed satisfaction at what they had achieved so far in terms of human structure. He said if the success continued without future interruptions of its activities, the commission would confidently be ready by November 6 to conduct a free, fair, and peaceful election. Oji, however, dismissed claims by some stakeholders that the Commission's earlier decision to supply non-sensitive materials for the election from its southeastern zonal store in Owerri, Imo, would jeopardize the smooth conduct of the poll. Oji said the determination of the Commission to bring all the needed materials for the poll down to Oka remained unshaken, pointing out that the termite structures at the Inec headquarters were being restored. The sensitive materials will go to the Central Bank of Nigeria branch in Oka, but we are not talking about sensitive materials here, so there is no need for the alarm being raised. The Commission is working according to plans to put all things in place by the end of this month. Election process is something that do not have room for mistakes. We make sure that in the process of preparing for election, all that are needed will be on ground, he said. Inec spoke on what Ipob new order may achieve. Ipob, who ordered a week-long sit-at-home, which will be starting from November 5 to November 10, if the federal government refused to release Nnamdi Kanu from detention on or before November 4, 2021. The INEC, the State Resident of Electoral Commissioner of INEC, Dr. Oji, said that the group fresh order may threaten its preparations for the poll. And they're saying that if the order was not given, if there is no atrocities that will be made on that day, if success continued without future interruptions of its activities, that the commission would confidently be ready by November 6 to conduct a free, fair, and peaceful election. But as it is now, the Ipob has declared a week sit-at-home order in which it's going to affect the election of the Anambra gubernatorial election of Anambra State. The Inec, they're doing their best to ensure that they overcome these challenges. Recall that in May 23, Inec offices were attacked, and the sit-at-home order also, which is eating into the preparations. The Inec has disclosed to us that they have recruited and mobilized about 25,000 ad hoc staff that would man the 5,720 polling units in the state. That will only happen if the Ipob members allow them to go ahead with their election come November 6, 2021. Recall that Ipob declares 1 week sit-at-home protest ahead of the poll. 15 days to the anticipated Anambra State governorship election. The members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has declared a 1 week long sit-at-home protest in the state to demand the release of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The outlawed group who gave the declaration on Saturday, October 23, stated that the sit-at-home progression starts from November 5 to November 10 until the federal government gave heed to their outcry. It could be recalled that Anambra gubernatorial election is scheduled to hold across the state on Saturday, November 6. But speaking in a statement issued by its media and public secretary, Ima Powerful, the group said, following the adjournment of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case to 10th of November 2021 by the Federal High Court, Abuja, we, the great movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, wish to inform Biafrans, friends of Biafran, and lovers of freedom that Ipob will lock down Biafra land from 5th of November to 10th of November, except Sunday, November 7th, a day our people worship the Almighty God, if the Nigeria government fails to release our leader unconditionally before 4th of November 2021. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, must be released unconditionally on or before November 4, 2021 because he has not committed any offense known to any law. Failure to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on or before November 4, 2021, our 1 week sit-at-home begins on November 5, 2021 till November 10, 2021. The Inec are saying that the Ipob sit-at-home might affect the election that is coming up in Anambra. The new order, what it will achieve, whether they are going to go ahead with the election or not. That if there are no failures on the way, if there are no future interruptions on the way of this Anambra election, that it will be a free and fair election. Thank you for tuning in to this news. We have come to the end, and please endeavor to stay safe.